Ever wondered why there are so many different ways to add? I'm Marie from This Child Can, and in these 7 fun lessons, we'll go from simple biscuit adding all the way to column addition. Okay, it's time for a biscuit challenge. Over here, I've got 2 biscuits. 1, 2. Over here, I've got another 3. 1, 2, 3. But how many biscuits have I got altogether? Can you count? Let's do it together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 biscuits, like that. That means in maths, we can write it like this. 2 biscuits, add another 3 biscuits, equals a total of 5 biscuits. 5. 2 on the left, plus another 3. And we use this symbol to mean add or plus. We use this symbol in maths to mean equals or total or altogether. The only question now is, do I eat them or do I share them? Ready for another biscuit challenge? This time, over here, I've got 3 biscuits. And over here, I've got another 4 biscuits. How many biscuits have I got altogether? I could count them one at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's too slow. I don't like slow methods. I'm going to use a number line. That's much better and much quicker. This is called a number line because it's just a line of numbers. Now, the sensible thing to do is to start with the bigger number. I've got 4 biscuits over here and 3 biscuits over here. 4 is bigger than 3, so let's start with 4. Here we go. I'm going to put a circle on my 4 on my number line, and I now know that I need to count on 3. That's the 3 I've got on the left here. Here we go then. A jump of 1, a jump of 2, and a final jump of 3. So now I know that 4 biscuits plus another 3 equals 7 biscuits altogether. Much quicker to use a number line, isn't it? I got a lot of biscuits now. I'm going to do another adding challenge. If I've got 14 biscuits and I want to add another 12, how do I do it? I do not want to add them one at a time. Nuh-uh, too slow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 14, which is the bigger number, and we know that choosing the bigger number to start with is more efficient because there's less counting to do. I'm going to take my 14 and I'm going to break it down or partition it into its smaller parts. That means I'm going to break down 14 into its 10s and 1s. Let's look at how we do that. So over here we can see I've got 14 and I've got 12. Let's look at the 14 to start with. We've got a 10 and 4 1s. That's what 14 partitions into. Let's do the same with the 12. We can partition 12 into 10 and 2 1s. Now, here's the clever bit. What we can do is we can group the 10s and the 1s together. If we put the 2 10s together, down at the bottom, we have 20. And now if we group the 1s together, we've got a 2 and we've got a 4, put those together and we get 26. So now I know that 14 plus 12 equals 26, and I've used a partitioning method to get there. We can add 14 biscuits plus 12 biscuits in another way. Did you know that? Let's have a look. This time I'm going to use a number line. I think that's going to be better. I'm still going to start with my bigger number. I'm going to start on 14. So what I've done here is I've partitioned my 12 still into my 10 and 2 more. So let's start on 14, which is my bigger number over here. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add 10 first of all, and then I'm going to add my 1s because that's quicker. Now I know that 14 plus 10 is 24. So let's do a nice big jump of 10 over to 24. And I'm going to write plus 10 at the top so I know that I've jumped 10. So that's my 10 done. Now I need to add on the final 2 1s. So let's do a jump of 1 there and a jump of 1 there. That means that my final answer is going to be 26. So now I know that 14 plus 12 equals 26. And I've counted on from my bigger number, but I've done it in a quick way by using the tens first and then the ones. I'm going to start with 27 biscuits now and add on another 5. Now, I've got a number line in front of me, but you can see there's no numbers on it. It's not a ready-made one. It's one that I'm going to start myself. Now, I know that 27 is the bigger number, so I'm going to start on 27, and now I can just add on 5, because that's easier than doing it the other way around. So what I'm going to do, I could just jump single jumps, but what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to jump to 30, because that's a friendly number. It's a multiple of 10, and it's a nice number that I can then count on from. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3 gets me to 30, but I've only added 3, notice. I need to add 5 altogether. Now I'm going to start on 30, and I'm going to count on the final 2. Here we go. 1, 2. Let's add my +1 each time, and therefore I have landed on 32 at the very end. So it's much smarter to count to a nearby friendly number, a multiple of 10, then you can stop, look at what you've counted on already, and then look at what you've still got to count on at the end. Okay, so I've got 46 biscuits and I want to add another 27 biscuits. It's a lot of biscuits, isn't it? What I'm going to do first is I'm going to partition my 46 into its tens and ones. So I've got 4 tens over here and 6 ones over here. That makes 46. Over here, I've got 27 biscuits that I've partitioned into 2 tens and 7 ones. That makes 27. So now what I'm going to do is to group together the tens on one side and the ones on the other side. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tens. And if I put together 6 ones and 7 ones, then altogether I have 13 ones. But the problem is 13 ones is too many because it's gone over 10. If it goes over 10, it means I can take some of those ones and turn them into a 10. And that's called exchanging. Okay, that word looks like that. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to exchange some of my ones for another 10. And it looks a little bit like this. So I had 6 tens and I had 13 ones. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn 10 of those ones into a 10. Okay, like this. There we go. So that's 10 ones. And as you can see down here, I had 6 tens, and now I've added a 7th 10 by turning those 10 ones into a 10. And then you can see I've got 1, 2, 3 left over, and there they are there. So 6 tens and 13 ones can be exchanged for 7 tens and 3 ones. And when you put those back together, you get 73. Perfect. But this is a lot of drawing and writing. I wonder if there's a quicker way. Okay, watch this. Here's another way of adding 46 and 27, but this time using a written method. I'm going to start over here and I'm going to count in deans like we did before. I'm going to start with the ones. Let's add all the ones together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And as we've said before, 13 is too many for the ones column because it goes over 10. So like before, we are going to stick with 3 ones and we exchange 10 of those ones into a 10 that we then put in the tens column underneath. Now I can add up my tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 tens altogether. Let's put that there. That makes 7 tens, and put the 2 together and we get 73. So let's do exactly the same, but just with numbers. Ones column first. 6 plus 7 is 13. So again, with our exchanging, we keep the 3 ones in the ones column and we put our 10 that we exchanged into the tens column and add it onto the tens. So if we add the tens together now, we've got 4 plus 2 plus 1. That makes 7 tens altogether, or 70. So you can see we get 73 using both methods. It's the same maths, it's just without the need for any biscuits, which I think is a bit of a shame. Thanks for learning with this child can. I'll see you next time.